Visible
Dot,
ink,
dot.
so we can scry later on, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
If you leave your name, you're in trouble.
He writes Kurtz was here.
I mean, looking at the doors, it's gonna be really easy to assume who was here. To anyone who's spent like 10 minutes around me.
Has anyone seen a walking battering ram?
Oh, you mean
All right,
Kurtz Glaskin? Yeah, he went that way.
I will. After I pee, I will run and quick catch up to the rest of the group as we head off towards wherever
We're climbing up this tree to cut across with the walkway.
Yep.
All right. Go on the highway.
And yeah, if you keep going up, that is usually where Puck is at. So as you approach the landing for this one, this is very massive, and there is tons of tables full of trinkets and gadgets and springs and valves and just weird steampunky kind of things all around this whole upper deck. And there is a torch up there, and you see a very scrawny bald gnome with a huge thick white beard all the way to the ground almost, and he is just at the tables and messing with stuff, and he's got these little
Like magnification.
yeah
goggles?
yeah like one of them's like for looking at stuff really small, and then one of them's just a little bit magnification. So as you walk up, he like looks up, and one eyeball looks like it's massive, and then the other one looks small because of the goggles he's wearing.
Yes.
Goblin.
The gnome. That's a gnome, Kurtz.
Oh.
So he looks up, and he sees Lylesh, and he just jumps up in excitement, and he makes a little whistle noise, and this little yellow bird just comes and flies straight into his beard, kind of like tucks itself in there, and he comes hobbling up over to you, pulling the goggles off. And Lylesh, how are you?
In a bit of a predicament, but how are you, Puck? I haven't talked to you in quite some time. How have you been?
I was just working on and he holds up a thing, and like something with spring load, and just kind of boing, shoots out and kind of like goes over the edge of it. Oh, there.
I'm sure it's lovely once you've got it completed. I have some friends here that we'd like to talk to you for a little bit. They've traveled for quite some way, but they're all very kind. And she's gonna kind of look at Kurtz and be like,
Puck reaches over and he grabs his walking stick, and as he starts walking with it, and he kind of takes a seat and he puts it in front of him, and you see he starts sucking on the end of his walking stick, and then he looks up and a big billow of smoke comes out.
That's pretty fucking cool. I need one of those. Hey, where did you get that? Did you make that? The pipe stick there?
Yes, he's like, yes, this is my most valued possession, except for you, Butterbutt. And he kind of taps the beard, and you kind of see a little yellow butt of a bird just kind of hanging out. It's all nestled in there. And he reaches into his leather pouch and pulls out some more tobacco and packs it at the bottom of the pipe and starts smoking. And at that moment, Marcus, who you guys met the first time you came in, he starts walking up, and he approaches. See who's there first. Kurtz approaches Kurtz, and he says, "Before you guys get too engaged, there's something I wanted to speak with you. What did you say your name was?"
Kurtz Glaskin.
Yes. Would you mind stepping over here? And he kind of points to the other side of the deck.
I'll glance over at Finley, nod, and then follow with him.
Okay. So you guys
Is he gonna
will...
just
Be
Sparta me
analyzing
off
that
this?
staff.
What's that?
Is he gonna
Rin's
this is Sparta me off the fucking edge of this platform?
No, it's
Rin is
more
just
just to
gonna
kind of
analyze
step away
the
from
stick.
everybody.
Rin's gonna look at that stick up and down like crazy, analyzing, investigating it.
He'll see you kind of eyeballing it and kind of offer it to you. Would you care for a puff?
And no, I'd care to just examine it, and I pick it up and start looking at it.
And he kind of like pushes your heads towards like to kind of puff on it.
No, I'm good. Thank you. I just need to examine it for a moment.
What do you?
I'll take. Hey man, no, hey, I'll take a puff pass on that. What are you smoking in there? And I'll offer my hand.
He says, "Oh, it's my own blend," and he hands it to you.
Plum
I
butter
will-
leaf.
I will puff pass on the cane puffer stick.
Okay. Are you trying to take like a big puff or a little puff?
Oh yeah, big one.
A
Yeah,
big
sure.
one?
Fuck it.
Okay. So you let out a big exhale and you suck it in, and then your face just starts. You're on fire, and you just start coughing, and this is like some super intense stuff, and you get super lightheaded, and for a moment you kind of black out, and you kind of sit up, and like it knocked you out for like just a split second. It's really powerful stuff.
That's good shit. That's good shit. Thanks, and I'll hand it back.
And you'll see him just puffing on it like it's no big deal.
Because he's a gnome. That thing isn't too big, right?
No, it's not super big. Yeah, it's
probably
big
like
for him, but yeah, not for someone who's.
Is it like around? Well, okay. Rin's going to just take that and he's going to look at Finley and he's going to just kneel down to him and go, "For your own use." And he's just going to conjure up the exact same stick and hand it to him.
What? Holy shit, you can do that? Is it real? Like, am I holding like an actual thingamabob?
It's quite real. It's glowing. It's glowing a very faint magical glow.
Rin, I
Well,
don't know what to say.
Puck will reach into his satchel and he'll pull out a little pack of the, packed up of his little special mixture, and he'll put it in the pipe for you.
Holy shit. All right, well, I'm going to let that one kind of ease in a bit for a moment. Certainly partake in this. Thank you, Puck, and thank you, Rin. This is, and it's like real. Like I kind of like just tap it gently and like it's
And
real.
as you're tapping it, he pulls out this other trinket. It's this little object, and he does something with his hands, and you start to see a little flame come off of it, which is really strange. And he's trying to like light the bowl of it as you're tinking it around, like moving it around, checking it out.
Oh, that's how it works. Okay, all right. Well, okay, and I will hold it steady so he can do his thing.
Okay, he lights
Yep, that's the one. Yep, it's working.
it.
Rin, thank you, Rin. This is awesome.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
So, after all the big billow of smoke kind of clears, and he's like, "All right, what did you need to talk to me about?"
Have you seen Grigora, actually?
I've never really liked Grigora.
Yeah, he seems
Lylesh,
kind
I
of
think it's time
incompetent.
for us. I think it's time for us to be straightforward now. We should tell Puck what's happening in town. We should tell Puck what's happened to your husband and see if he can help us.
So he begins to just ramble about his Grigoria's incompetence.
Yes, he is quite an idiot to Puck, and then I'm gonna kind of turn to Strongbraid a little bit and be like, I don't want him to get involved because something might happen to him, and there's already enough people mixed up in this. But Puck, he's an old man. He's very special. He's very gentle-hearted. I don't think he would last against someone like Kane.
And then Puck jumps up, and he's like, "Oh, I wanted to show you this." And he runs over, and there's a lever on one of these contraptions he's built, and he's like, "I've wanted to show somebody this. I finished earlier today, but no one's been in town. Do you want to see what it does?"
Yes, absolutely,
And
Puck.
as soon as you say "Yit," he just pulls it, and you look over, and the three walkways that are like those hanging rope bridge things, all of the wooden platforms kind of they all recede all the way to the building, and he just has like this shit-eating grin and like, "Isn't that amazing?" look on his face.
Wow, you made yourself a little private room. That's awesome.
And he switches it back, and then all of them go back, and he switches it again, and they all recede, and he just just cracking up as he's pulling, as they're just.
I'm gonna approach Lylesh back and say, okay, so
You're really hard to hear.
I'm gonna approach Lylesh and tell her, okay, it seems like with his little devices that he's just showed us, he's probably fairly safe here. We don't need to let him know about the COC, but we could just get information on the bandits and we should be okay.
Right, okay. So, Puck, that's marvelous. Such a great job. You'll have to show me how you did that later. But for right now, we are actually trying to track down a bandit camp that may have been causing problems for people coming in and out of town. I'm afraid they took something that we need to get back.
And he goes and sits down. He starts puffing again. Bandits are so inconvenient. They just take what isn't theirs and he just starts rambling on about bandits.
Yes, they are. They're quite the nuisance, little bastards. But would you happen to know, like, maybe what direction their camp might be in? Have you heard something about it? Is there somebody in town that we could talk to that's actually encountered them?
I have so many things that they would just love to take from me. I stay clear of bandits.
Well, it's a good thing you have that little lever there, buddy, because they can't reach you if there's no bridge to you. Am I right? Yeah. So, but as far as like people in town that we could talk to about maybe finding a direction to, because it's very important. We need to get it back very quickly.
Yeah, he looks just like, I don't know where everybody went. It's strange. All day, everyone's been gone. The mayor came in earlier and made some announcement, but I didn't hear any of it. But everyone is just gone.
You didn't hear any of the announcement, and then after the announcement, everybody left.
And he walks over to the lever. He's like, I was working on this.
Well, it was certainly worth it. Obviously, it couldn't have been too important of an announcement if everybody left town directly afterwards. So there's nobody in town. It's just you.
And we will pan over to Kurtz and Marcus, and he says, yeah, there's something in private I wanted to speak to you about. I appreciate you stepping over here with me.
Of course. What can I do for you?
The mayor came here earlier, and he had all the people of Brandeleck all leave, and I was not informed of this. All my other guards, they're all gone. I don't know what happened. I tried to follow them, and I just woke up hours later, just sitting on one of the other trees.
You know where they went?
No, I was hoping that you knew something.
I know a lot of things, unfortunately, about this town that I'd rather wish I didn't, but Gersh just kind of rubs his eyes. How much do you know about the mayor?
Well, he's more of a who you know than what you know type of fellow, and his position far outranks myself. I mean, he knows people in high places all over, and the only thing I know is to not question him. But I find myself questioning him today because everyone's gone, and I'm head of security, head of all the guards in Brandeleck, and I don't even know where everybody went. I don't know if I can trust him anymore.
You should probably go with your gut on that one. Right. So I'm gonna look around. No one else is around. So I'm just gonna give it to you straight, my friend. Our little gnome over there runs dark magical artifacts for your mayor, who sells them to the highest bidder across the country.
And?
What?
And he'll kind of lift up his shirt and he'll show a belt. You don't know what it does, but it looks pretty important. And he'll be like, yes. Things like this, we turn a cheek every once in a while and are compensated fairly.
Right. Where does the mayor live?
Well, he lives out in the forest.
Lovely. Where?
I don't know. I've never been there before, actually. Huh.
Gersh is just gonna get real close to him. So here's what's gonna happen. you're gonna help us find a group of bandits in the woods. As the head of security, I'm sure you know a lot about bandits. Maybe you've just been turning the cheek, as you say.
Not the bandits, no.
Shut your mouth. You're gonna help us find them.
Give me an intimidation check.
I already did.
Oh, you did. Nice. You're on top of it. 21. Yeah. He looks up into your eyes and kind of gets lost in all of the darkness that's behind your eyes, and he is sort of starting to cower and is intently listening to what you start saying with fear and
You're
trembling.
gonna help me and my friends find these bandits. You're gonna help us kill them, and then you're gonna take us to the mayor's house. And then, depending on how well that goes, I'll see if I can look the other way. As well, there's a little gnomish friend over there. Mayor, maybe doesn't. Jab a dagger into your crotch for letting her husband be taken from under her nose. And I'll just put an arm around him and just sort of vice grip down on his neck. Does that sound like a good plan to you, my friend?
And he kind of starts carrying it. And then he kind of remembers his position in the town and tries to maintain composure, but he's totally afraid of you. But he's trying to fake it, fake it till you make it kind of a thing. He's like, I know all about these bandits. Due west is the encampment. We were originally going to go confront them ourselves, but as you can tell, I have no force anymore.
Right. And I'll let him go. Doesn't look like you have any authority here either. And I'll just walk back to the group.
Okay. He'll kind of just stay in the corner for a minute and regain composure.
Just come around the corner. I know where the bandits are.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Go.
I'm gonna see Marcus be like, what did you do to Marcus? I've never seen him look like that before.
And just look over my shoulder at the man, like slowly, just sobbing in the corner. Like, I have that effect on people.
He's not wrong. That's kind of his staple. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Men in the corner. That's Kurt's what's doing.
I'm gonna go over and try to comfort Marcus. But before I go, I'm gonna be like, Kurtz, don't do anything to Puck. He's a good man.
I was kind of
Can't
blame.
help you.
Why would I do anything to Puck?
And I'm gonna go help Marcus. and try to
as-
console him a little bit.
Okay, so you start walking off to Marcus, and Kurtz, you're walking past, and Puck hands over his cane to you. Just, you would assume it's a smile, but he's got so much hair, fur, you see it move in like a smile pattern, but you can't exactly see the smile.
Look at it, take a sniff, shrug, take a hit. Thank you for your hospitality, sir.
And you're completely fine.
Yeah.
Rin's gonna look at Stronggrave. Stronggrave is like chilling in the corner.
No, I was just letting Lylesh talk to Puck. I didn't want to reveal any of her secrets for her. But when Kurtz comes back and says that he's found the bandits, I'll just say to Puck, "You have a beautiful bird." And look to everybody else. Well, Kurtz, I guess you lead the way. I think time now is of the essence.
Let's wait for a little normal friend. And as she's like over talking to him, I'm just gonna mouth to Marcus, dagger in the crotch.
And you just see him like, he's talking to Lylesh, but his eyes are like fixed on you, and he's gonna just kind of like
She's gonna be like,
south to protect,
Awesome.
So due west, at least. Did he say how far away? Could we make it in time, or do we have to camp before we reach there?
DM. He just said due west.
Yeah, he said due west.
If we can find them in the night, then they will be less alert, probably.
You're
Our
right.
best bet is probably to go after them and see if we can track them down. Maybe we can surprise them while they're sleeping, or some of them are sleeping anyways.
Sounds like a plan. Don't worry, our friend Marcus over there assured me he's going to be of the utmost help in our endeavor in the near future.
When he's done pissing himself, yeah, that would be great. A little bit of help from him. Yeah, sure. So, is he all right over there? Are we ready to go?
Is
It's
he
a
all
bit
right over
shaken
there?
up.
He's ready.
I know it's dark, but I can track by scent if I need to.
Marcus, if you'd like to
speaking of
assist Drunker.
What
Do you
all
think-
tracking
do you
abilities
think-
does everybody have?
When he says that, I'll say, "Do you think this might help?" And I'll reach into my bag and I'll pull out one of the green bandanas. Be like, "I don't know, maybe this might help a bit."
And at
Hold
that
up.
moment, Marcus will come running over. Where'd you get this?
We ran into these fuckers actually on our travels here to Brandeleck, and it appears that's who we're going to be traversing with once again. If looks around, not mistaken, right? This green bandits, skulls on the belt, that kind of thing.
He'll
Well,
say,
Finley, that would probably give me the scent of whoever was wearing that bandana.
he says, I have
They all smell the same. They all wear the same cologne.
Mesquite number 34. So Marcus, yeah, he'll run over to you.
Thief by Calvin Klein.
Yeah. Not a sponsor, by the way. Not yet. Not
Yet.
He said, that gives me a great idea. Come, everybody follow me. And he'll run up to the now moving platforms, but they're kind of receded, and he'll look back at Puck and and he'll just jump up jolly and he'll flip the switch and they'll all go out, and Marcus will begin moving across and climbing down the tree next to you guys.
Yep, just nod, say his goodbyes. Thank you for your hospitality, my friend. Have a good evening.
So he will start to head up this direction.
Back your little shit. Heel boy.
And he'll head into this large, kind of candy cane shaped building. He'll go inside there, and he will leave the door open for you guys to follow in.
Okay.
Yeehaw!
And he will. You see this first room that you walk into. It has this massive table, and it has a bunch of miniatures on it, and it's kind of like if they were playing D&D.
I was gonna say the D&D table. Is that what we're doing?
But it's not a game. It's more of a strategic layout of Brandeleck and the surrounding area.
What kind of character would Strongbrain
Oh, for a... Probably someone really evil. And so he kind of pushes all the little miniatures aside, and he focuses on this certain area that's due west on the board of where it's at. And he's like, all right, so this is the area that we know that they are encamped in. And where was that bandana?
I'll pull it back out and hand it over to him.
He said, how many more of these do you have?
None.
I have 2 more.
I think it was 5 that you took, wasn't it?
I have 4 more.
It was 5. Yeah, it was 5. And then you also took the skull belts as well. Do you remember those
Yeah,
with the 3 skulls?
Yep. Oh yeah, no shit. Yeah, 5. Sorry. Yeah, 5 of each.
I remembered. So are you gonna?
My bad.
What are you gonna do? Are you pulling them out?
Sure. I'll pull them all out. Fuck it. Yeah.
Okay. So as you lay them all out there, he kind of pans them around, and he kind of does a head count. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's like, all right. So this is still a plan in the making. And he turns to Kurtz and kind of like, get over here.
I'll just like wide my eyes.
And
What?
he's like, so, I think infiltration would be the best course of action.
Indeed. I have a plan. We dress up as the bandits, put you in chains, and say that we caught the captain of the guard.
His
I
eyes
like
just
this.
his eyes just get big. You know, I think that if anybody, I should definitely be the leader bandit.
I pull out my manacles and I fling them down onto the table.
Why do you carry manacles?
I pull out mine as well.
Why do you carry manacles?
I pull out mine as well, but mine have like fuzzies.
I see where this is going, but surely somebody else would be a better prisoner than myself.
And the captain of the guard?
I pull my fuzzy manacles back. Like, oh no, all right.
You win.
You're not using those. All right.
They come in handy from time to time.
Once or twice.
Although I
What
try to
about
do the right, although I try to do the right thing, it's not like I haven't met someone like Kurt before.
Well, I do know that Finley means to disguise himself. He did it before by turning into Lylash's father, so he can certainly make himself look like a bandit.
Oh yeah, that's easy enough for me.
I don't. Whoever goes in there as a prisoner, it's likely that the actual bandits will take them, and I don't want any of you to put your lives in danger. So I can be the prisoner, and I can still have a way of communicating with you, actually. And she's gonna start rummaging through her bag, and she's gonna pull out 2 small, like perfectly smooth stones, and like hold one out to whoever wants it. Just kind of place it on the table. And she's gonna be like, whoever's holding the stone, I can send a message to them, and I believe that they can send them back. I don't know. I haven't used them very much, but if I do get separated, you'd still be able to find me very easily. But I don't want any of you to risk your lives that way.
I have an idea. We use the costumes to get through the door. Once we're inside the camp, we kill all but 3 of them, and then chain them up, and then slowly work our way down the line, torturing them until they tell us what we want to know.
And not to necessarily propose a plan. I mean, I'm certainly believing that Kurtz could certainly get away with it. Finley, with his illusion, could do as well. I point over at Strongbraid. We don't necessarily look like the average bandit. I don't know if they have any elves or any half-breeds.
The other problem with this plan is that why would they just? Maybe they would accept that we're bandits, but why would they give us their goods? There's no reason for them to just hand them over.
I think it's more to get in the door, Strongbraid, and once inside, it's much easier to kill instead of having to fight for defenses.
And if we find them before the sun rises tonight, that might be a lot easier either way. But sooner or later, this is going to end in blood.
Marcus, how far away is the camp from this location?
Due west.
Do you have an estimate of the day, the time?
That's all my scouts told me before they left this morning, actually, so...
You
Due
saw what
west.
happened to the last bandits we came across. If they're anything like those, we're going to wipe them out. They will be nothing more than patches of blood in the snow.
No wonder why you have bandit problems. Yes, due west. Big numbers.
Question, DM.
Sassy Rin is my favorite. Oh my god, I love him so much.
Oh, where have you been, my dude? I love it.
Well, only when someone's being really
No, it's good.
bad on information. That's gonna be that's a pet peeve of his.
Yeah, for sure.
Not.
Kurtz is actually proficient in cartographer's tools. So, if this table is to scale, 1, I would like to make a map, just so we don't get lost.
Okay.
And 2, would I be able to use those to sort of judge the distance?
Sure.
Shit.
Neat. So, as
Well-
you're running your little tools on the board, it quickly comes obvious that this to scale model is probably not even close to being to scale.
I just flip it over. I'm like, you guys are fucking useless. I hate everyone.
Why did you do that?
I just show the map that I've made to everyone. It's not to scale. What's the point of a map if it's not to scale?
Oh, I am
like looking
100% with you, Kurtz. I am 100% with you. This man is an idiot.
You'll see Marcus go around the corner, and he'll come back with the exact same thing. That's like already pre-set up. It was in the second location, and he'll just kind of like directly back on there and kind of like standing up all the miniatures.
Is this another inaccurate map?
What's that?
Is this another inaccurate map?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Why do
Fucking Mark. Well, I mean, at the very least, we have somewhat formally of a plan. I mean, we could always traverse west. If it's daytime, perhaps we might need to use our disguise tactics. If we can still get there with the cover of night, perhaps we can take the more direct approach as Strong Break suggests and balls to the walls, as they say. Is that what the kids? Is that what the kids are saying?
We won't know the situation until we find them, if we find the bandits.
We can always scout the perimeters here or something. If we find them, maybe get a better understanding of what we're looking at.
And as soon as you say the word scout, Marcus like stands up and he throws up this hand signal thing. He's like, I was a scout. That's why I got this job.
If I
And
may,
you're doing
gentlemen,
great.
Dilly dilly.
Are you though? I mean, like, like, no, just west was good enough. I think we could probably take it from here.
I'm
but
very good with directions as well.
and just like not listening to him anymore. I look at the rest of the group.
Yes, I'm sure.
gentlemen, if I may, really quick,
Yes.
I may be able to speak with some of the animals of the woods. They would probably know something that people wouldn't.
They wouldn't know
Well,
which
they
direction
certainly wouldn't know
west
more than
is.
me, and I'm certain.
Well, I could talk to them and simply point in a direction that
Yeah,
I
I-
know is west, and have the animals lead me lead us in the direction of either the bandit camp or even Queen's Palace.
Well, I personally feel my superior intellect far surpasses Woodland.
Yeah, no, we're
creatures.
gonna listen to the animal talker. Yeah. A lot more feasible. So
Well,
yeah,
Either way, we have a direction in mind, and we have options when we
Due west.
if we find them. But I think going over every possibility here is pointless, and we should just get on the road.
Agreed.
I agree.
Perfect.
Marcus, you stay here and play with your toys.
What?
Play
What?
with your miniatures.
I thought I was part of the plan. This was
I'll,
your plan.
I'll actually like. Oh no, he's coming along.
Yes.
Why do you want him?
Extra sword.
What color shirt is Marcus wearing?
Do you even have the confidence to believe he could
Brown.
swing it in the right direction? He could probably just lop your arm off.
Is it a red shirt?
No, it's brown.
My own knowledge. Is it a red shirt? Someone's probably going to die. I'm just trying to make sure who is appropriate.
Ah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'll just. Windrun says it like. Bullet shield, flesh shield. What's a bullet?
Yeah, what's the
Flesh shield.
bullet? What are you talking about?
Listen. I mean, one more person couldn't hurt.
And
I
you hear
mean,
Punk
you know.
yell- Punk is like, I'm working on one of those.
Well, you may take him if you'd like, Kurtz, but I'm sure he'll be your responsibility. I don't necessarily believe having an extra pair of feet to sound the alarm or an extra sword to swing in the wrong direction, but by all means, if you believe him suitable.
Kind of leaning to Winter's, but I kind of
Kayla,
just
you're
want
muted
that.
again.
Hi.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I'm not muted. I'm just speaking really softly. If I may, as innocent as Marcus seems, he does know direction relatively well, and he could help us at least find the camp, and then maybe just kind of hang back as a secondary force if we need it, of course.
And as you're saying that, like, it's enabling his, like, he really doesn't want to be on the front with you guys. He's like nodding and pointing, like, yeah.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
All right. Well, due west. Yeah. Let's. No time like the present, right? And that's an expression, right? Yeah. No time like the present.
You sure?
they called
I'm
again?
certain more halfling ones involve more balls in their expressions, but
We're gonna go due west, right? We're gonna. we're gonna go very best.
We're in the first destiny.
Alrighty, well, that's where we will wrap up the game.
Nice.
Due west.
Due west.
Heading due west very soon. So, want to give a special thank you for everybody who stuck with us, and hope everyone
Yay.
enjoyed the game. We will
Yes.
be back every Tuesday, hopefully every Tuesday. 6:30 to 10 is our Pacific time, is our usual stream. So hopefully we can see everybody next week.
Indefinitely.
Yes, and hopefully sometime in the beginning of September we'll actually do the hard launch for the game. This is all still session 0 stuff, but I hope everybody had a good time, and thanks for staying with us.
Bye.